God, it's so bright. It's what is it? It's February 22nd, 8:18 in the morning, Saturday. Had a snow day yesterday. And listen. I know I haven't been staying consistent. One, I was sick. Okay, sounds reasonable. Two, it was like below 0. Okay, kind of reasonable. 3, I've just been slacking. 3, no excuses. Except maybe the being sick part. I think being sick is like the only good excuse. But the rest of that is just, I've just been sick, and then I was like, I don't want to go out for the rest of the time when I wasn't sick. But we're out here now. That's all that matters, right? We are out here now. And, you know, consistency isn't always perfect. Even though I should have gone out for like 5 days. But look, it's a winter wonderland. There's snow everywhere. And there's also someone walking this direction. Very cool. But look at the snow. So I woke up yesterday. I let the dog out. The little Winston out. And he ran in the backyard. And he just full on hit his face into the snow. Because the snow was like taller than him. Then he turned around. He's like, what am I supposed to do? Anyways. That's how I knew I was gonna look at the school website. I was like, we should have a snow day today. We had a snow day. I didn't even know it was gonna snow this much. It doesn't look like that much anymore, but it was like many feet. Can't even avoid this guy. Oreo's gonna bark. No. This is so sad. No, it's not. Shh. 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 Oh. I don't know how I feel about that. Look at the mountains. It's very Colorado core today. What was I going to talk about? I was going to talk about habits, because each day that I didn't go outside, it did become like a little bit more like, oh, I can just go outside, not go outside again. Like I was more willing to make excuses, but at the same time there was this like little pull that was like, you need to go outside, because who's gonna be like, stay consistent and then not stay consistent? That's not gonna be me. Anyways, if you have like good habits, even if you fall off them, well, if you're like not consistent for a while, they kind of pull at you and they're like, come back. Like, have you ever worked out consistently and then like every single day, and then there's one day where you don't do it and you just feel like so off, you feel so weird and you don't feel like yourself? That's kind of how it feels. It's like you're being pulled to do the right thing, which is the great thing about habits. You can think about it as, okay, that's the good side, but then the bad side is like addictions. Like if you drink alcohol every night, then even though you might not want to do it, you're still going to be pulled like to drinking. That's why consistency is so powerful, because you create these habits and then your brain creates these neural pathways that make you like, oh, you should do this. And you feel that like urge to do whatever it is. But while I wasn't walking, I was also thinking about how I could break habits in the same way as like if I didn't walk for like 2 months, I would probably break the habit and you might not never see me again. But then eventually I could come out here again. But it's the same thing with, like, I always fear losing a good habit, but then the way you would lose a good habit is the same way you would lose a bad habit. So it's like I would have to consistently not come outside for like 2 months and then it would be gone. And that's the same thing with anything. And okay, let me just say like the things I would write down. No, I wouldn't write this down. But I'm not gonna run because there's like ice everywhere and I don't want to slip. It's so bright when it snows. Like when the snow comes, it just reflects. The white reflects. And then you go inside and it feels like so dark. This is me the whole time. I wonder if you can hear the birds. You know, okay, not much has been on my mind, but like after reading so much, you kind of see the parallels between books. Like they'll say like the same thing but in different words. And you're like, oh, that reminds me of this book or that book. Like habits kind of showed up in the book I was reading, Mere Christianity, and then it also showed up in Brain Over Binge. Like your habits, it was basically like what you do every day, it begins to create your character and who you are as a person. And one thing is you can be raised to be this person, but you can always like reteach yourself and like make yourself someone better through habits. I don't really know what else to say, but I'm not running, so goodbye.